Hi, this is Rob, one of your FSCJ Adult Education Academic Tutors, and this video is going to discuss some test-taking strategies when you are testing for the adult education program. So first, we want to talk about what you're going to do before the test. If you are taking the GED, you're going to see your instructor or a tutor to review notes in small chunks, ask questions about anything you're not sure of. For any test, GED, CASAS goals, CASAS steps, any other test, you're going to prepare by getting a good night's rest, by eating a good meal, breakfast, and if you go lunch or dinner before you test, you're going to dress comfortably so that you are not either cooked or freezing when you sit in assessment, and you're going to make sure and give yourself plenty of time to get there in case there is traffic or anything else that can interrupt your test-taking experience. When you're on the test, we want to read carefully. Watch for small words like and or no or not that will completely change the meaning of the question. You're going to look for your operation words in math problems. Those are your words that translate to mathematical operations. You can eliminate obviously wrong answers. Do not overthink it. Answer the question they asked, not the one you thought you read. During the test continued, we are going to pace ourselves. On the GED, you have approximately 2.5 minutes per question. That will vary by section of the test a little bit, but you've got about 2.5 minutes. Don't spend too much time on any one question. To do that, you will skip the questions that you cannot answer quickly and flag them for review when you are done. Do not change your answer. The caveat to that, if you reread the question or the passage and find you missed a detail that changed the question, or you look at the math you did and find a glaring error, you may change it. Otherwise, though, don't change your answer as you are more likely to be correct on your first guess. So the GED math is approximately 46 questions with 115 minutes time included the break. Science is approximately 40 questions with 90 minutes. The reasoning through language arts is 46 questions approximately with an essay, and you get 150 minutes including a break. Social studies is approximately 35 questions and 70 minutes, no breaks. We say approximately because they also field test questions, so you might get more questions than listed on the test. Those questions will not count, but they don't tell you which questions those are. They are testing to see if they should include them in the test in the future. While you are on the GED, if you don't know, you may guess. The point is to pass the test, and guessing is better than leaving it blank. There are no penalties for an incorrect answer. You have typically a 1 in 4 or 25% chance of guessing correctly. If you do not answer, you have no chance of getting it right. So while you're on the GED, if you don't know, it's better to guess. Now, let's talk about a couple of differences if you are taking a GED Ready official practice test. You are taking the CASAS goals or CASAS steps test for program placement. We need you to not guess on these. That will affect your accurate placement. We will think, if you guess correctly, we will think you know things that you do not know, and then we will not put you in the class to learn them. You will get a complete score report with what you need to work on. The GED Ready is wonderful for this, but again, that score report will not be accurate if you guessed and got it right. These are diagnostic tests. In other words, they tell us where you are. As you cannot be nowhere, you cannot fail these tests. You may not do as well as you would like, but you cannot fail. That is not what these tests do. They tell us what you know so that we may accurately place you in class so that we can get you working towards that GED or towards that ESOL completion. Now, after the test, we're going to look at some things. We're going to see what in our process of test taking worked, what didn't work. Maybe the test center at the campus you went to was a little too cold. Maybe your route wasn't good. Maybe McDonald's right before the test was not a good plan. Look at what you did and see how it impacted your performance, both what helped and what did not help. You can also come see your advisor, your instructor, or your tutor, and we can talk about your scores and what they mean and what we should do going forward. This has been a general test taking for FSCJ adult education students. Keep learning.